Hello students of class 6, welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 6 life science and the chapter that I am going to continue is the health and hygiene, and this video is part 8 from this chapter. In the previous video we learned about the details about the vector-borne diseases. So we learned that the diseases can be of 4 types mainly. First is airborne diseases. That means the diseases can be spread through the air or done by the droplet infections are called mainly the airborne diseases. The next is waterborne diseases. That means the diseases can be spread through the contamination of the water like the local pond and rivers, etc. These are called the waterborne diseases. The next is the contagious diseases. That means diseases can be transmitted by the direct contact from the diseased person to a healthy person are called the contagious diseases. And finally, that is vector-borne diseases. Here the diseases caused by the microbe carrying the organisms of the disease causing pathogens, and then the diseases can be spread out. So these are called the vector-borne diseases. In this video we are going to learn about the how we can control these communicable diseases. Okay, so prevention and control of communicable diseases. This part we are going to learn today. So let's check. Here it is the picture that you can see. That is the 5 action rules for infectious diseases. So it is the 5 rules that the first, wash hands correctly. That means the wash hands under running water for no less than 30 seconds. That is more than 30 seconds obviously, using soap or cleansing agents. Second, practice coughing etiquette. That means when coughing or sneezing over your mouth and nose with tissue or your sleeve rather other than hands and anything you should use while coughing and sneezing. The third one is eat cooked foods. That means cooked food thoroughly and boil water for drinking, and use the things that is fully pasteurized and fully boiled that can be free from any disease or infection. The next is receive vaccination. That means vaccination target groups such as children and the elderly must be vaccinated according to the standard schedule. Sometimes there are some specific vaccines for the young children in the age between 1 to 5. As well, there are some specific vaccines for the pregnant mother as well, for the lactating mother also. So, and some people who are deficient in various kind of the vitamins or minerals, they also have some specific vaccines and they must take them for being healthy. The next is notify history of overseas travel. So it is now very important because now we are in the COVID situation. So if you are traveling overseas, that you must have carry some of the pathogens with you. But we have to know that the doctors have to know that if the pathogens are very dangerous for this country also, because only one pathogen can give birth 1,000, and also it can be like the same thing that COVID happened, that some person took that COVID virus in our country and then it spread out. From a one person it can be spread out with this huge number of persons, the millions and billions and millions of the people. Right. So, when receiving treatment at medical institutions, provide your history of overseas travel if applicable. And there are some prevent and control of the communicable diseases. That is, the communicable diseases can be prevented by maintaining personal or community hygiene and avoiding unhealthy habits and lifestyle. So let's talk about some of this. Like first, drinking filtered or boiled water, that is already given in this 5 action rule too. So let the water boil for at least of 15 minutes. It can kill all the pathogenic bacteria of the water. Secondly, make sure that no stagnant water near your house that can breed quickly the mosquitoes and other flies. That will be very much dangerous, mainly in the monsoon season. And also other in this winter also, somewhere when the water stagnant, then sometimes in somewhere of our country we can see the dengue, right? Keep garbage bins covered, obviously. Keep food covered and do not expose food items. Do not eat the exposed food items. It can be from the local market also. Keep personal articles used by the patients separate. Do not let others share them. So, those who are patient should take their personal articles to them. No, do not share those things. Use your own towel and handkerchief. Do not use the other's towel or handkerchief. Wash your hands with soap before eating. Before every eating, you must do this. Cover your nose and mouth with the tissue paper and the handkerchief while sneezing and coughing. That is also shown in these 5 action rules. These are the main 5 rules. Drink pasteurized milk or boil it thoroughly before drinking. Every time we must pasteurize the milk, because otherwise the milk can be a very good source of the microbes. Next, avoid direct contact with a patient suffering from the highly contagious diseases like a chickenpox, measles, that can be spread to a healthy person too. So, vaccination is an additional way to boosting immunity against specific diseases. That is also given in this 5 action rule, like the chickenpox vaccine, hepatitis vaccine, poliomyelitis, like so on. So, we should take those vaccines for our use for the benefit for all. In this picture, you can see that it is a picture of the how can you prevent the food poisoning. So, first, there are some points that we have to keep in mind. We should keep in mind. Let's rinse vegetable and fruits in running water before every consumption. Cook food properly, especially meat, to kill germs. Do not leave food uncovered and the outside and the refrigerator for the more than 2 hours in summer. So we should not keep the food outside the refrigerator. We can keep it in the refrigerator for 2-3 days, but not in the outside. Mainly in the summer, the probability of the viral infusion can be more. Leftover food should be kept in the refrigerator immediately. Do not consume food items from outside vendors or from the roadside small vendors, because the hygiene are not maintaining there. Keep bags containing meat, fish and poultry products away from the vegetarian items to prevent contamination, because sometimes we also consume the vegetables in raw, but we have to cook the meat, fish, poultry, and they also have the more amount of the microbes. So everything we should wash, but still we have to keep them should not keep them together. And do not eat stale food. It is also a very important part. Here you can see some of the things are present, like wash hands with the soap before during this preparing food, and use soap and hot water to wash the knives, utensils, cutting boards and the countertops. Rinse the product. Use separate cooking utensils and the plates for raw meat, poultry meat and seafood. Separate raw meat, eggs, seafood and poultry from other food in the fridge. Avoid unpasteurized milk and juices. This all I told you. This is also shown in this picture. So
in this video we learned about how to prevent and the control of the communicable diseases and also the ways to prevent the food poisoning as well. In the next video we are going to discuss the non-communicable diseases and detail about that. Till then, thank you.